What's up guys, it's Daz here, but you don't really care, as it's time for another Pikmin 3 Timeline Theory. The reason I'm bringing this up again is because there is another possibility for the Pikmin series timeline. Many of you have mentioned in the comments, and Bajuto Reborn has sent me a message with extra possible details which can basically summarise the whole thing and inspired this whole video. So, let's begin. So far we know for certain that Pikmin 2 occurred directly after Pikmin 1. However, we do not know whenabouts Pikmin 3 will happen. Although it is possible to just be the aftermath of Pikmin 2, the story seems pretty wrapped up from there, except for one minor detail. We also have already discussed how the timeline could progress if Olimar never successfully escaped the Pikmin planet. That means that there are only two more possible places for Pikmin 3 to happen, basically. Feel free to mention otherwise if I'm wrong. Pikmin 3 could also happen before Olimar even crashed into the planet. Or maybe, and I'd never thought of this before, Pikmin 3 could happen during Pikmin 1 and 2, and between the two as well. How does that work? Well, it's simple. Whilst Olimar was collecting his ship parts with the aid of the Pikmin, he came across his interstellar radio. Olimar himself stated that it would send out a constant SOS message to notify any space travellers nearby. However, he later mentions that because of his limited breathable air and his lack of time on the planet, he has no time to wait to be rescued by the rescue team, so he continues collecting the ship parts in an attempt to save himself. This SOS call may explain the 4 new characters in Pikmin 3, as they could have grouped together and acted as the rescue squad for Olimar. From here, there are 2 possible outcomes that could branch from this. One being that Olimar successfully escapes, but fails to notify them, so they are sent on this inconclusive mission to find Olimar. Or, Olimar fails to leave, and the rescue squad do find him eventually, and that's like halfway through the storyline. This in itself could quickly explain the reason for the unrelated characters. Plus, if others visited the Pikmin planet, it would explain many things mentioned in the Piklopedia in Pikmin 2. For example, as Bajuto Reborn pointed out, the Water Wraith notes mention how everyone who visits it is struck with fear and insanity. It is spoken about as if many people have been down there before, not just Olimar, Louie and the President. Instead of just the 3 characters you play in Pikmin 2. That's basically what I just said. Whoops. Bajuto also said this was the same with the beady longlegs, as it is said that because it explodes after being defeated, surgical testing is impossible, unless they were able to somehow transport it back home. Now, let's move on to the new characters themselves again. Character A looks similar to Olimar, we've been through this. Character B is a female and has glasses. Character C seems to be related to the military in some way, and character D is, well, look at him. Bajuto's hypothesis is that each captain comes from a different profession. Character A could be a pilot, character B could be a scientist or a biologist because of the glasses and smart people and stereotypes. Anyways, character C could be a military journalist. Yes, he could be a military journalist. He goes around with a gun and a notepad. Character D could be a mechanic. Now, why would a group of such diverse professions be in the same group on a trip to a distant, unknown planet? Well, that could be because of one of 2 reasons. One being that they were the only ones to hear the message and they grouped together for more chance of success. Or, as Bajuto thinks it, the 4 are unaware of the situation. Maybe they thought the military needed to escort them because there may be space pirates, you know? Better be careful of those space pirates. They also might have wanted to document this new planet, so they needed a scientist slash biologist slash whatever it is. She is. Don't hurt me! They're also obviously going to want a pilot to get there and a mechanic in case something breaks down. But they might not be the only rescue group. Maybe we are just following the path of one of them in Pikmin 3. And there are others, we just don't play as them. Maybe we meet them, who knows? Well, that's basically the end of the message, but there's still many paths from this. What do you think? Does Olimar escape or fail this adventure? Is the diverse group just random, or did they already know about each other? Are there other rescue groups, or are these the only ones? How does Louie come into the plot, if he does? Well, on those questions, we end the video. Bajuto says have a wonderful day unless it's nighttime. He didn't add those last 3 words, I did, because I'm lame. My name's been Daz, you didn't really care, and I'll see you in a bit. And now for a section of Bajuto's message that kind of was relatable, but not entirely. Ever since they saw the concept art of the new characters, Bajuto had a somewhat obsession over Character D. He also had a recent dream about the Pikmin universe, and in it, Character D had a major point and plot in the dream. Could this be some kind of weird Nintendo conspiracy, putting ideas into our dreams, advertising their products? Or maybe he's just insane. He even made some fan art about Character D, which I'm sure we'd all like to see. Wink wink, hint hint. Even though we barely know what he looks like. And all I have to say about that is, he wants the D!